here, right now, right here, right now, right here.
What's going on, guys? And yeah, welcome back to OPTV. You know what time it is, I guess. Again, apologies for last week. I didn't put out videos. I wasn't very well. I didn't. If you're not following me on Instagram and basically all my other socials, I believe they are linked to my YouTube. But if they're not, I will leave them in the description. Feel free to drop me a boy a follow if you could, obviously, and comment on any of my posts. I've come here from YouTube, hashtag from YouTube. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into this, let's do this. The Premier League weekly predictions, match day 2 of 38. We have some very, very, very interesting games this year. We have some very, very, very interesting games. I believe that the Premier League this year will definitely be the most it will be the most successful, but also I think it will be the most most competitive. You know, I think there's teams that have come up that done bits in the transfer window. I know we weren't able to. I know some might say we didn't do enough. Some might say we've done too much and whatever. But with Arsenal, I believe it's going to take at least 2, possibly 3 transfer windows. And I'm not talking January. I'm talking two or 3 summer windows to 2 at max. I'd say that basically are we're gonna, you know, and we may be okay from then. But with that being said, let's get into match day 2 of 38, starting with Cardiff Newcastle. All right, you know, Cardiff Newcastle. Cardiff being the new boys, they're gonna want to obviously get off to a better start, get off to a good start in the Premier League, assert their independence, and obviously just like kind of, you know, get a good run of form going. Being at home, I'm gonna go Newcastle to go down 2-1 against Cardiff. I'm gonna go with a Cardiff 2-1 win. You might, you know, and before I get into the rest of them, leave yours in the section below, comment section below, all that good stuff. Yeah, follow me on my socials, Insta, Twitter, and Facebook. I'll put all the links down below. Moving on to the next one, we've got Tottenham against Fulham. Wow. This intrigues me really, because obviously we all know Tottenham were linked with the Fulham star boy Sessegnon, which really, really happy as an Arsenal fan to see Sessegnon stay at Fulham, because I think he owed it to him also, because he's like basically Fulham made him into the star he is, and you could say that's being a bit out of order because the guy, like, you know, because this and that and whatever. But the modern era, I'm just glad Tottenham didn't have a chance to ruin another superstar. But a London derby, what's not to like? There's so many London derbies this year. It's going to be absolutely mental. I mean, that's, you know, if that doesn't say excitement, then I don't know what it is. As a football fan, they're the games that you live for, and yeah, they live for, you know, the big games and all that. But scoreline wise, to keep all these short and sweet, scoreline wise, I'm gonna edge Tottenham to win 2-1 against Fulham. I don't think, even though I don't think Fulham will have enough to overpower Tottenham. I don't rate this Tottenham side, if I'm honest, and if I, you know, brutally truth, that I always tell you the truth, and I'll always do, like I always will, because it's the only way to go forward, to be transparent with you lot. I don't rate this Tottenham side, so I'm gonna go give them the win, but me personally, I think it'll only be by the odd goal. So if it's 1-0, 2-1, you know, it's not gonna be a landslide. Next game is West Ham Bournemouth. I think both teams have done very, very good business. West Ham, well, most of my mates know my thoughts on West Ham. They've done proper well in the transfer window. getting 2 players from Arsenal for next to nothing. I mean, they've got 2 players for 4 million from Arsenal. Jack Wilshere on a free and Lucas Perez for 4 million. That's not even touching on what else they did. You know, they brought in Andrei Yarmolenko from Borussia Dortmund. They're doing bits. So I'm gonna go West Ham 2-0. I know there'll be a lot of people happy about that. Maybe not. I don't know if I've got any West Ham fans commenting and watching the videos, but comment what team you support. If you're watching this video, comment what team you support in the section below, and I'll reply to as many. I'll pin the one I like the most, or the team I think will be the surprise team. Moving on, Leicester Wolves. See, this game, a game like that with 2 teams like that, really attracts me, and it's really like it really interests me. So both attacking teams, I mean, Wolves have come up as champions of last year, so they're going to want to, obviously much like Cardiff, they're going to want to put right what they basically keep going on from last year. So it might shock a few, but I'm going to go with Wolves to win 2-1 away at Leicester. I think there's enough in that Wolves side to trouble the Leicester back four. I mean, you may say, oh well, you know, they kept Maguire, they've done this, they've done that, but they lost Mahrez. If you didn't know, but yeah, that's that. Everton to Southampton is pretty boring game, even though Everton have done bits in the transfer window. They've got 2 players from Barcelona. They've got Yerry Mina and Andre Gomez from Barcelona. Gomez is only a season-long loan. I believe it's a season-long loan with a view to a permanent deal. And Yerry Mina was bought for, I believe, a club record. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not quite sure, but club record £34 million, which is a lot of money for a team like Everton. No disrespect, trust me. Scoreline wise, I'm going to go with Everton 3, Southampton 1. Man City moving on to moving on to the last game of Saturday, and we all know it's the big one. If you want to know my thoughts, there'll be a video up at the same time as this regarding the match preview of Chelsea v Arsenal at the Bridge, 5:30 kickoff on BT Sport. I went with a Chelsea 2-1, but again, I was on the fence a little bit, because Chelsea can be so good and then obviously wipe away teams before half time or before 20 minutes, but Arsenal can also do the same. So it will be another game like last week's against Man City, another game with who handles it the best. I don't believe there's going to be a one team that kind of dominates. I think Chelsea will dominate as such because they're at home, but again, keep them short and sweet. There's 4 games to go. I could say 2-2 or 2-1 Chelsea. So yeah, Man City Huddersfield is going to be our next one, which I think Man City will win quite comfortably. I'm going to go with my head and my heart, well, both saying the same, 3-0 Manchester City. 3-0 Man City. This is the first game on Sunday. Second game on Sunday is Burnley-Watford. Burnley-Watford, we've got basically 2 teams that are pretty good. So, with all due respect, both teams, I reckon it'll be a 2-2 draw. It'll be 2 or 1-0. So, if any of those come in, that'd be great. Brighton Man U. Wow. Okay, that's quite tough for Brighton then, obviously. But again, is it tough for Brighton? They might be playing Man United at the right time. You know, all the Man United problems that they had during the transfer window, Mourinho going off on his, whatever you want to call them, manic episodes, or it could be anything. He's a laughing stock at the moment. But yeah, with that scoreline, because Brighton are at home, I'm going to give them a 2-1 win. 2-1 early on in the season, 2-1 against Man United. Probably won't come in, but again, you look at my predictions last year, not many of them did. I might have got a few here and there. But last game of Matchday 2 at 38, Crystal Palace against Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool didn't leave anything to the imagination last week, did they? Played against, I think, West Ham, was it? And absolutely blew them away, 4-0. So gonna go, because they're away, I'm gonna go not as high a scoring game, but I'm gonna give them a 2-1 away victory. So yeah, that's gonna bring this to an end. The video's finishing. I'm doing my outro now. Yeah. Follow me on all my socials: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Not really active. I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not really active on Instagram, on Facebook or Twitter that much. Trying to, but it's just with this, that, and that. It's kind of mad. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Love, peace. You know the rest. See you next week. Love you guys. Peace.